For the Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union, there are outstanding negotiations at the Republic Bank. Having declared more profit in the COVID-19 period than in the pre-COVID-19 time, the bank had the audacity to propose 0, 0, 0 for the next negotiating period. Also, can you imagine that workers in Kadi are still working on 2004 salaries and workers in the Cipriani College of Labor are still working on 2007 salaries? Just imagine that. This is unfair to the workers, and today JTUM calls for the settlement of those long outstanding negotiations.
Good day, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Ozzy Warwick, General Secretary of the Joint Trade Union Movement and Chief Education and Research Officer. You would have just heard another excerpt from the Labor Day feature address delivered by the President of the Joint Trade Union Movement, Comrade Ansel Roger, addressing a range of issues, but the one you would have just heard had to do with workers at Republic Bank, Kadi, and of course, the Cipriani College of Labor. Well, we have the General Secretary of the Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union, Comrade Trevor Johnson, with us here today. Good day, Comrade Johnson.
Good day, Comrade Ozzy.
Well, you would have just heard the excerpt from Comrade Roger's feature address, and he was asking the question, can you imagine, and I really can't imagine, these institutions, Republic Bank, Kadi, and imagine the Cipriani College of Labor. So can you just speak to those issues?
Yes, certainly, Comrade, and I'm so happy that the president of JTUM would have picked up on these issues in his Labor Day address, because if I can go straight to Republic Bank, it is certainly of concern to us here at BIGWU that we have an offer on the table right now of 0, 0, 0. From Republic Bank. That is 0% increase in the first year, 0 in the second, and 0 in the third year. And this is coming from a bank that has just declared more profit in 2021 for its half-year period than for the corresponding period in 2020. And I need to remind you, Comrade Ozzy, that we are in a period of COVID, of this pandemic, and it is very disconcerting to us that an organization, a bank of the size and magnitude of Republic Bank, would have been able to declare more profit whilst workers, not just in the bank, but in Trinidad and Tobago, whilst members of the entire society are being asked to make sacrifices. So it does bring to bear the question, where is all of this profit coming from? And let me hasten to add that we are not against Republic Bank as an institution declaring profit. But when it can declare more profit in a COVID time, then it will seek one to ask, is the banking sector as a whole making the appropriate level of sacrifice that is being called for by the government of Trinidad and Tobago? And what about the frontline workers? These workers are essential workers, and therefore we believe that they are due the respect of at least a reasonable offer on the table. 0, 0, 0 is a total disrespect to these workers who have risked their lives for the past year on the front line to be able to keep the bank up and running, whilst many people are dying from COVID or getting sick and hospitalized. So we call upon Republic Bank today to come to the table with the Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union and to make an offer to the union and to the workers of Republic Bank that is befitting of the profitable success that this bank is enjoying at this time. Anything else is a total disrespect, not just to the bank, but to the consciousness of the working class people of Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to end on the Republic Bank issue with that demand that they must come to the table with a serious offer. And this is directly to the management of the Republic Bank. With respect to the issue at Cipriani Labor College, Well, Comrade Ozzy, it's always amazing. This is the Labor College of Trinidad and Tobago. One that, you would think that the government of Trinidad and Tobago would want to hold up as an example of good industrial relations, of being at the forefront and always with the best practice so that it can hold it up as a guide to the rest of employers and indeed to the labor movement. But the academic staff of Republic, the ones who have to dispense with and lecture and impart all the knowledge, etc., required to the students.
Yes, the academic staff of Cipriani, yes.
Cipriani, sorry, of Cipriani. Basically, they have not had an increase since 2007 when their last collective agreement ended. So Ozzy, this is now, I think, 14 years, going past like 4 collective negotiating periods, and the lecturers have not had an increase. The academic staff have not had an increase. And again, the union, Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union, we do not represent the academic staff, but we do get the complaints. We represent the administrative staff, and they too have not had an increase since 2011. And even that increase at that time came with the intervention of the Industrial Court. So today we are calling upon the government of Trinidad and Tobago to set the example, to come to the table and to be able to dispense and settle the negotiations with the academic staff of Cipriani and also the administrative staff. And we know this is part and parcel of all the public sector institutions, but these workers do go back much further than most of the other workers within the public sector. And I want to then therefore come quickly as well to the situation at CADI, Caribbean Agricultural Development Institute. Comrade Ozzy, this is a regional institution, and we are at pains to understand why their last collective agreement ended in December, I believe it is 2004. And it is an absolute absurdity that these workers have now crossed 6 negotiating periods. We are in 2021. And these workers have not had an increase since 2004. In fact, many of these workers report that when they go to the bank or the credit unions or any lending institution, people look at their job letters in disbelief when they look at their salary levels and when they learn that they have not gotten an increase since 2004. And therefore, we are calling upon the government of Trinidad and Tobago as one of the contributing governments to the upkeep of CADI. And we know at present, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is the chairman of CARICOM, and therefore CADI falls under the general jurisdiction of CARICOM. So that we are calling through his office, that is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, in his capacity as the current chairman of CARICOM, to make an appropriate intervention to the other heads of government of the CARICOM region to ensure that this issue of CADI becomes a priority. It gets rated higher than it is presently rated, so that attention can be paid to this issue, so that the workers of CADI here in Trinidad and Tobago, and indeed throughout the region, can have a standard of living that they truly deserve. So this is of serious concern for us. The workers of CADI would have been listening to Comrade Roger when he spoke on Labor Day, and they are looking forward to a response from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, from the entire region, but specifically through our Prime Minister, who is the current chairman of CARICOM, and also, of course, our Minister of Agriculture, who is the line minister under which this institution falls here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are hoping for a tangible response, an immediate response, because these workers, in fact, many of them have Many workers have retired. A few have even died, and they have not had the benefit of a settlement. This cannot continue, and this must be resolved now. So thank you, Comrade Ozzy, for this opportunity to speak to those issues which Comrade Roger would have raised in his Labor Day address, and we can continue to agitate and to look forward to resolutions to these issues, the negotiations at Republic Bank, the issue at Cipriani College for the long outstanding negotiations, and the painful issue at the Caribbean Research Development Institute, where these workers have been without an increase in salary since 2004, apart from the other terms and conditions of a new collective agreement, which they deserve to enjoy. This is not a favor they are asking. This is their right, and therefore they are making a demand for this settlement now. So thank you, Comrade Ozzy. Much appreciated as we go forward ever, backward never. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the General Secretary of the Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union, Comrade Trevor Johnson, elaborating a bit more the issues that would have been raised on Labor Day during the feature address delivered by Comrade Ansel Rocher. Thank you and have a good day.